sort of to continue our deeper discussion here. Let me check here. Oh, that Spartacus. Apocalypse Dan says, pretty sure that they cannot force a non-consensual implicit agreement. Correct. That's my take on things. Like, one of the reasons that all of our stuff and everything I've ever done online, there's usually 3 to 4 consent boxes that you need to check off before you can ever get to a purchasable product if you buy something from us. And the reason for that is because I need everyone to be 5,000,000% sure that they've clicked. Yes, I understand the terms of service. Yes, I agree to this privacy policy. Yes, I agree to this. Yes, I understand what I'm doing. I have full control of my capacities. I understand. Yes, 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 yes. I have all those in place so that if someone ever attempts to do a chargeback, as an example, or say we didn't get the product and we didn't understand and we were misunderstood, we misunderstood something here, there, whatever, I have a clear paper trail that says actually you did these 5 things before you ever even clicked that purchase button, so that there's a clear line of consent that's happening. That's why signatures are very important on a contract. And trying to have some sort of non-consensual implicit agreement that because you've used this, you automatically agree to abide by these. No, I don't. How many people there are? I would guarantee there's a significant percentage, don't know what it is, but I would guarantee that there's a significant percentage of people like my wife who never played tabletop in her life until 2 years ago. She still to this day never picked up a player's handbook or a dungeon master guide for anything. She played purely digital through Fantasy Grounds. She's never taken the time to read any of the booklets. She just participated because it's part of what we've got going on with our company. So she participated in the live streams because she's doing art for our tabletop guide and our book series. She agreed to do that because she's awesome and yeah. Anyway, she's never seen any of these license agreements that Wizards of the Coast claims that you automatically agree to if you're playing their product or using their product or cosplaying on the internet. So it's extremely unfair to assume that everyone who's ever come in contact with your stuff understands that there's mountains of legal paperwork behind it, of non-consensual agreements that you're suddenly bound by. Like that's something I would find very interesting. I really don't think that would hold up in court. Um, and also because, like Apocalypse Dan is saying, there are too many instances where a creator might fall outside of the jurisdiction of the court. My wife's Mexican. She's been here, you know, playing from Mexico, and it's not as big in Mexico as it is in the United States. So it's again jurisdiction issues. Um, you may have answered this in the next statement. Dan says, for instance, if a creator in the UK is legally able to contract there but not in the US, US companies cannot enforce a contract with them. Correct. Starfinder is published under OGL 1.8. It'll be decision what Paizo is going to do about it. Hope they manage to relist, reprint. No, they've already made a statement on that, Brave Steel. The statement when they announced the ORC was them stating that they had already made great steps with. Well, I guess you're right. This might not apply to Starfinder, but I think it applies to all of their products. The statement that they made, I don't have Paizo open in front of me. Maybe I should open that so we can go read that real quick. Because I do remember they had a statement in there. That might take a minute to load, so we'll see. And then I need to get back to reading the OGL. I'm pretty sure here they make a statement regarding Pathfinder and yeah, here it is. As Paizo has evolved, the parts of the OGL that we ourselves value have changed. When we needed to quickly bring out the Pathfinder First Edition to continue publishing our popular monthly adventures back in 2008, using Wizards language was important and expeditious. But in our non-RPG products, including our Pathfinder Tales novels, the Pathfinder Adventure card game, and others, we shifted our focus away from D&D tropes to lean harder into ideas from our own writers. By the time we went to work on Pathfinder's second edition, Wizards of the Coast open game content was significantly less important to us, and so our designers and developers wrote the new edition without using Wizards' copyrighted expressions of the game mechanics. While we still publish it under the OGL, the reason was no longer to allow Paizo to use Wizards' expressions, but to allow other companies to use our expression. They have another comment here where I need to find it here. Yes. Paizo plans to continue publishing Pathfinder and Starfinder even as we move away from the open game license. Since months worth of products are still at the printer, you'll see the familiar OGL 1.0A in the back of our products for a while yet. While the OpenRPG Creative License is being finalized, we'll be printing Pathfinder and Starfinder products without any license. And we'll add the finished license to those products when the new license is complete. So hopefully that answers your question, Brave Steel. You were saying Starfinder is published under the OGL 1.0A. You said it would be interesting to see what Paizo is going to do about it. That statement right there is what they're going to do about it. They currently have some books that are at the printer. Those books will come out with current language in it. Any new books will have no license in it at all. And then as soon as the new language is finalized for the ORC, they will then put that license into upcoming content that's coming out. OpenD&D says, hello. What's up, OpenD&D? Apocalypse Dan says, I'm also sure that you cannot implicitly waive a guarantee right, such as face your accusers in court here in the U.S. Those can only be waived by explicit consent, which is why we have them ran are correct. Civil and criminal law differ on those points. Mark is correct. Again, this comes back to interpretation is 9/10 of the law. This also goes to possession is 9/10 of the law. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I can tell you from having run multiple businesses and having to go to lots of different legal processes, my experience has always been it doesn't matter what either side thinks. It matters what you can prove to a judge, and that judge makes his ruling based on the best interpretation that is presented at those proceedings. Whether it's a judge or a jury, that's how it works. So again, I don't really give a shit what people say. What matters is what a judge rules on. And until a judge makes a ruling, it's all just opinion. Lawyers have opinions, private citizens have opinions, companies have opinions. It's all just opinions. I'm probably one of the few people out there who, my brother and I have dealt with enough legal processing over the years between ranch stuff and construction company stuff and, you know, doing 2 different game studios and everything else. I mean, I've spent 20 plus years doing legal stuff with companies, and lawyers are just there to help you do paperwork at the end of the day. That's the way I look at it. They're just there to help you do paperwork and help you understand a few things that you can't figure out on your own and you might need to get a better understanding. I would also highly urge everyone, educate yourselves. Don't just rely on other people to make comments for you. I can sit here and say all I want all day long. Don't believe me. Go out there and form your own opinions through investigative research. That is the best way to stay up to speed and up to date on things that happen in the real world, whether it's this or politics or other thing. Get a international viewpoint. It'll save you a lot of headaches down the road. Open D&D says OGL, but the trademark office is not a contract and cannot be a contract. Correct. You're right about the courts. Yep, I know.